This is the Horse Radio Network.
This is episode 1187 of Horse Tip Daily, your almost everyday morsel of helpful hints, useful facts, and practical techniques for horse folks. Brought to you today by EquestrianCollections.com. Greetings, horse people. Coach Jen here, and thanks for tuning in to Horse Tip Daily. Today's tip is an excerpt from the Australian episode on Horses in the Morning. Show host Fiona joins Glenn the Geek with a tip about why the eyes have it. And we'll get right to our tip after this message from EquestrianCollections.com.
Hi, Jen. This week I'm featuring the Ovation Fantasia half chaps in ladies. The Ovation is coming out with an entire line, Fantasia line. And the thing that is so super cool about this stuff is the bling. All your listeners know I'm all about the bling, and I think you are too. These have some crystals on them, but not too much. It doesn't make them like way out there. It just gives them some really good accents. They come in a couple of colors. They come in the black pastel, and they're also going to have some different bling on them. So they're going to be coming out with some other things, and we'll have them on our site, www.equestriancollections.com, a bridle, I believe, and a few other things that will match these chaps. But right now, we do have the half chaps on the site, and I have actually seen these in person, and they are very cool. I think they have just enough bling to be fun, but not too much to be over the top. Right now, the sizes available are medium and small. There is a size chart on the site for you to look at, but I know that they're going to be getting some more in the very near future. So this is a good time to plan to look at www.equestriancollections.com and see if you can get your Fantasia outfit together and start out with the half chaps, because you can always use half chaps.
And don't forget, when you go to EquestrianCollections.com, type in the words Get Gifted, that's Get Gifted, all one word, at checkout, and you'll get free shipping on your order of over $79.
Well, we still have time for our horse tip. What do you have for us this month?
Well, I think this month will be something that riding coaches around the world may well scream yes at when I say, it's just 2 words, look up. And that applies to you drivers as well, Glenn. You've got to look where you're going. If you are sitting, just everyone now, pop your finger at the base of your skull and bring the finger around to the front of your face. Now, the base of your skull, that's where that C1 vertebra starts or finishes, depending which way you're going up your spine. That's level with your eye. So if you're looking down, there's the weight of your head, which is, somewhere between 6 and 8 kilos, pulling on those top cervical vertebra, which posturally isn't great anyway. But we don't want to be, where your eyes go is where your energy goes. So we want to be looking up where we're going on our horses. And jumpers know this all the time. You can't ride around looking at the ground on a jumper because, the jumps won't happen.
Because you will be on the ground.
Well, that too.
That's where you'll end up.
Yeah. So, look up, and I'll send you through a link, Glenn, to a short free audio download I have about why it's so useful for us to look up. And, there's not a riding coach out there that hasn't had to yell, if his ears or his head falls off, I'll let you know, stop looking down. Mm-hmm. So, and particularly for nervous riders, because we look down and we start to curl the whole front of our body up. And when we're not feeling great about something, we want to protect ourselves. We want to curl in the ball, but not ideal when you're on a living, breathing beast.
And you mentioned drivers. We do have that because, especially if you're not in competition and you're out for a drive, it's very easy to focus actually on the horse in front of you. Because it's kind of mesmerizing, right?
That's right.
It's very easy to do that rather than looking. They always say, look through the horse's ears, and then you're looking where he's looking. In our case, especially because we're sitting behind him like that, and then true to look where you're going. Right? I mean, where are you going next?
It's like driving a car. You don't want to only look as far as the bumper plate on the car in front of you, do you?
Right.
You want to be a little bit more aware. I could make a bad joke about my mother's driving here, but she might listen, so I won't. Although she did ring me up after the first show and said, we had to listen to it. We listened to the first 10 or 15 minutes. How long does it go for again? So I think I'm fairly safe.
Yeah, you're safe. You're safe. My wife doesn't listen to my shows either, so we're good.
But no, I'll send you through a link for a free MP3 file for people to have a listen to about not looking down at the ground.
All right, we'll put that in our show notes as well for this episode. And, of course, you can find Fiona at
www.remote-coach.com or on Facebook under Remote Coach.
Well, there you have it. You can find links to today's guests as well as lots more tips at horsetipdaily.com. Make sure to have all of your favorite Horse Radio Network shows with you wherever you go with the free Horse Radio Network app for your iPhone or Android. Just go to your app store and search Horse Radio Network. You can also subscribe via iTunes. This podcast was made possible by EquestrianCollections.com and listeners like you. This is Coach Jen, and I'll be back soon with another tip. Until then, go ride your horse. The Horse Radio Network and the Horse Radio Network hosts are not responsible for statements of guests or their opinions. Use your own judgment when listening to the tips provided by the experts on Horse Tip Daily.